Hey, welcome back into New World News, everybody. Over the weekend at Epcot Center, Walt Disney World Orlando, just down the road from me, there was a fire at Epcot Center in the France Pavilion at the World Showcase. If you are not familiar with Walt Disney World Orlando, especially the Epcot Center park, it has a World Showcase at the back where it is a half moon of all the countries from around the world. You got Mexico and Canada and the United States and Japan and China and France, and all of these countries are one after another after another. You can go there and get some authentic food. You can get some of their authentic alcohol and drinks and some of their desserts, and tour different buildings of each of the countries where it shows their history. Some of them have movies. Some of them have live performances. In France especially, they stack up chairs and they do the France street performances. There was a fire, a large fire actually, in the back of the French Pavilion area. Apparently it started in a walk-in cooler. In fact, guests that were on the ride, the Ratatouille experience, it's a cool ride. I've been there. If you've never been to Epcot or you've never ridden the Ratatouille experience, I highly recommend that ride. It's cool. You're in a car, it's 3D, and then it becomes 4D, and you move all through the kitchen with Remy. Super cool ride. It's supposed to be for kids, but it's actually for adults too, and it's awesome. They were evacuated off the ride because the building right behind the front section of that French pavilion is like a sidewalk and then a side back alleyway type thing that you get to the Ratatouille ride, and that was on the back side of it that caught on fire, and the Ratatouille ride sits right there. So they had to evacuate them, take them to a backstage area, and all reports say that it was in a walk-in cooler. I saw reports that it was in the restaurant, which is sort of closer to the front, but where the flames were located, it would make sense it was in the back. Let me show you some of the video, and then I'll come back and finish up this video. So in the first one here, what you're looking at is kind of that side alleyway there where that building is. When it zooms out, you can see that is kind of the walkway that goes back to the Ratatouille ride. So whatever was on fire was definitely right in that area. And per this girl's video here, you can see the flames. And I can't tell what that building was exactly, but if you look down to the bottom right of this video, you can see the entrance. I'll pause it. To right there, you can see that W right there. You can see the entrance into the Ratatouille ride. That's kind of what I was talking about. And then you can see there's an ambulance and probably fire trucks back behind that little pavilion wall right there, kind of like in this direction. I don't know what was on fire there. That's interesting. I'll have to look it up and see if I can find something else about exactly what it was. If it like a cooler in the restaurant or a cooler outside. It's kind of weird because I'm familiar with that little back alleyway and I don't know what else would be back there. So I'm reading on my phone right now a description, and it says the walk-in cooler was behind the France Pavilion and it caught fire in a backstage area. So this could have been just like a cooler in maybe the employees' lunch area, or maybe just a spare one they had back there that gets used in the restaurants when they need it, or maybe it was like one of those mobile kiosks where they serve drinks and food, and maybe it was in the back area. They did open later that night, but it says the official said it was quickly put out by the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District Fire Department. If you don't know, and you've ever or never been to Walt Disney World in Orlando, there's actually a fire department right at the entrance of Walt Disney World by the gas station. They have their own police force, security force, and fire department. With the changes that Governor DeSantis made in the last few weeks and months with Disney and the whole Reedy Creek oversight thing, it used to just be called, like, I think it was called the Walt Disney World Fire Department. It's now called the Florida Tourism Oversight District Fire Department. Same thing, it's that same building. They have like 4 or 5 fire trucks, ambulances, they have everything there. So pretty quick work by them, but that's pretty scary. It happened right in the middle of spring break. Disney is packed. Us Floridians don't go to Disney during these couple of weeks because it is jammed, but that fire was quickly put out in the back of the France section and is reopened. Looks like it was just in the middle of something and didn't really catch any of the buildings on fire. So good job by the fire department. And yeah, you go to Walt Disney World and you want to visit France, it's fire during spring break. I'm sure that gave everyone a nice unwanted surprise at the park. As always, thank you for watching these videos. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. And if you could subscribe. If you're not subscribed, it takes just 5 seconds to hit that subscribe button and join us for more videos in the future. I appreciate it, and I will see everyone